Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we've got news for the end of the month legend for October 2022, and it is a new Kinemon, Asuradoji, Dogstorm, and Denjiro. The four swordsmen of the Scabbards are coming as a legend from the scene where they cut Kaido, the four of them attacking Kaido, and I gotta say the animations for this legend look exceptional, and in today's video we're gonna break down what this legend actually does. Look at his captain, he's special, he's super class because he's a super class slasher, he has a final tap which is very interesting, as well as his rumble abilities. Let me know your thoughts and opinions of this unit in the comment section below, and a huge shout out to the OPTC Twitter for the information provided. Link is always in the description. But if you enjoy these kind of videos, if you enjoy the news stuff, if you enjoy my opinions and my takes on what these legends do before they release, let me know by hitting the thumbs up button. Smash the like button if you're new to the channel. Hit that big red subscribe button. With that said, let's take a look at Kinemon, Denjiro, Ashura, and Dogstorm. Alright, so as you can see, we have Kinemon and Denjiro and Asuradoji and Dogstorm, inherited Oden 2 sword style. I've got to say that special animation looks absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. We are getting a new Cat Viper, Okiku, Kawamatsu, and Raizu as rare recruits, and all of them are going to be strength-based, as this captain is a strength-based unit that works very, very well with 6+ Oden. Alright, their captain abilities. Samurai inherited their lord's will. Reduces slasher character's special charge by 2 turns at the start of the quest. Oh! I already love it. I already love it. 2 turns at the start of the quest. Run 2 of these guys and you get 4 turns of cooldowns just because. Chuck a ship on and sockets. That's another 3 turns. You got 7 turns of cooldown right there. You can chuck the waifus on because they're a strength-based captain. Now we're talking about 8. Holy dooly, you could do some cool stuff with this unit already. I'm only one line in. Boosts slasher character's HP by 1.25, attack by 5.25 when slots match, and makes their recovery and tandem slots have matching slot effects, and then reduces crew's attack down duration by 10 turns, and tapping on this character with a Wano slot will apply a minus 10% slash resistance for all enemies for 1 turn. So, whilst I was saying that this unit is very strength-centric, obviously they are just a mono slasher captain. They make recovery and tandem slots have matching slot effects, which is kind of whatever. 5.25 times captain when slots match is very good, and removing 10 turns of attack down is so god tier. Not only that, but they can give resistance just by hitting with a Wano orb, and if you guys use 6+ Oden as a sub or as a friend captain, or your own captain, and this guy is a friend captain, getting Wano orbs is actually very doable, and that way you can actually start getting minus 10 slash resistance, which works very nicely. Slashes are now a force. They have a very, very good captain sitting right here. They have stuff like Whitebeard and Roger. They've got, obviously, a plethora of very good units, Law characters, Roger characters, Shanks characters, Mihawk characters, like, the slashes from Wano. Like, there's a lot of very good slashes in the game. Alright, their special ability, Inherited Oden 2 Sword Style Paradise Totsuka, reduces all enemies' damage nullification by 5 turns, changes crew's slot including block into character's own type, and boosts strength, slasher, and free spirit character's attack by 3 times for 2 turns. If Inherited Oden 2 Sword Style Paradise Totsuka or Oden 2 Sword Style Paradise Totsuka was used in this turn, deals 1 million damage to all enemies, which ignores defensive effects except for normal attacks only, further increases crew's attack and slot effects by a 0.25, and extends the duration of attack and slot effects by 1 turn. This effect also applies to the attack boost from their special. So basically, if you're rocking 2 of this unit, you can actually just go bink bink and get 3 turns of a 3.25 times attack boost and then 1 million fixed damage, which works very nicely. However, what they're really trying to do here is trying to reiterate, if you rotate all of your orbs into matching orbs, and if you run a mono strength-based team, really, you're actually going to get a full board of strength orbs. But Oden, with his special, if you use Oden's special first, will actually make strength orbs into Wano slots. And obviously, this character is going to get Wano slots, and so is Oden. And then you have Wano slots with a 3.25 times attack and a 3 times orb boost. And you're going to be doing some pretty crazy things. You're going to have the minus 10% slasher resistance, whenever you hit with a Wano orb. You have attack down removal, Like, this character is just going to go absolutely bananas with an Oden 6+. However, if you just rock him with 2, you are going to get that nice effect of getting the carryover and the 3 turns of that crazy attack boost. If there's no, like, Haki to remove that, it's going to be very, very strong. But you can also run them on any team that's a slasher team, that's not them as a captain, or a strength or free spirit team, because their attack boost is for 2 classes and a color. Even though their captain is only a slasher-based captain, you can rock them on a strength-based team. And strength slashers, strength free spirits, slasher free spirits have a lot of synergy in the game with stuff like Kazuna Clash Okiku, Coliseum Kawamatsu, all of the new units that are about to come out, Dogstorm. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Obviously, Oden, there's a lot of stuff that works very, very nicely under this unit. Toki's another one too. Like, Toki's absolutely insane. Alright, so overall, they have a pretty good special. However, the 5 turns of damage null does scare me, but it's very damage-centric, some good orb manipulation. Obviously, they have utility in their captain, which is awesome as well. And then you can get some of this resistance as well. This resistance debuff is actually ridiculously strong, so their captain ability is very, very good. As a crewmate, they reduce special charge by 2 turns every time another slasher character uses a special. So you can actually pop this, like, very consistently and actually pop them twice in 1 turn very, very easily. As they go down to a... What are they on? They're on a 14-turn cooldown with Limit Break expansion. So it's actually fairly high. As you can see, they're a super class unit. They have Enrage, Crit, and Final Tap. And they're a Slasher Free Spirit Strength unit. Very, very cool. They have another Crewmate ability that boosts Slasher characters' base stats by 150. And then their support goes on Izo, Momo, Cat Viper, Raizo, Okiku, Oden, Kawamatsu, or Hiyori. And at level 5, once per quest, if inflicted with attack down status from the enemy, reduces the supported character's special charge by 1 turn and reduces the crew's attack down by 2 turns at the start of the next turn. So very, very good support for stuff like Hiyori. Very good support for stuff like Odin's. And, like, obviously they're going to get new units in the future. Cat Viper, great support for Cat Viper. But another thing about this unit is you can actually use a lot of very good supports on them. Because it's just 4 of the Scabbards, you have stuff like support of Strength Raizo. You have Legend Cat Viper. You have the Hiyori support. You can also use Oden. You're basically any slasher support, really. Izo and Kiku would work great on this particular unit. Like, the list goes on and on for how good supports you can actually use on this, guys. So I like that they left out some of the other units, and obviously they are becoming rare recruits because you can actually utilize them or their other versions as supports of these guys. Kinemon has some crazy supports. You have like Onami. So some really, really cool stuff for this particular character. The next thing we're going to talk about is their super class here. Now, obviously, this is... Sorry this is so small, by the way. I was going to blow it all up and then sort of move across, but obviously, you guys can just sort of listen to this. And if you guys want this information, it's over on the OPTC Twitter, as I mentioned. So, super class, when any of the following characters are on the crew, except as a support, you need Cat Viper, Kawamatsu, Kiku, Raizo, or Izo. So, you can utilize any of the new characters. You also have Hiyori, Oden, and Momo. So stuff like I said, stuff like Toki, stuff like the new characters that'll be coming out alongside them. Cat Viper, Cat Viper, Okiku, Kawamatsu, and Raizo. Then you have all the old versions, right? So you have like Legend, Izo, and Kiku. You have, obviously, Legend Cat Vipers, Legend Odins. You have Raizo Rare Recruits. So you have a lot of options, but it's very restricted, this superclass, with who you want to bring on the team. But the big one is actually Oden. So obviously, this unit is built around 6+ Oden, and I really like that they're doing this stuff. As long as it stays as like a cherry on top with what the character does, and not like a crucial part of what the character is, I really do like that they are including this stuff, like utilizing 6+ Oden. It sort of revitalizes that unit, and the tandem that these characters have, without having a super tandem, right, is actually very, very interesting. So I do like that they're doing this. It does help, or does become a bit more intricate with team building. But the big thing, like I said, if you guys are going to be running this character, when you eventually pull this character, I wouldn't chase them. However, once you do, stuff like Hiyori, getting those Wano orbs is going to be very, very good. Legend Hiyori, that is. Toki, Momo, and Hiyori, or Legend Toki is going to be great. Obviously, Oden himself is going to be absolutely insane, whether you're rocking the Sai or you're rocking the Strength one. Most of the time, the Strength one will be the way to go here, but like I said, both of them are going to work great. This unit does have a final tap SUGO, and obviously this is not a Super SUGO Fest, so Very interesting that they're giving us a final tap legend that's not a Super SUGO. However, they gave us final tap rare recruit, so like I'm not even really shocked. At level 5, changes character slot into Wano, which gives you a 2.5 times attack boost, and then we'll add 1.0 times damage dealt by normal attacks of other slasher characters at the end of the turn as final damage, on top of the final damage. So basically, this is exactly like Straw Hat Crew, the V2 Straw Hat Crew. The way their final tap works is exactly the same as this particular final tap. However, it's only based up around other slashers' damage, and it's only 1 times. With the Straw Hat Crew, I think there were 2 times, and it's everyone's damage, which is absolutely insanely broken, where this particular character is based around slashers. Now, this is really good. Like, it's definitely the second best final tap in the entire game, because like that insane amount of damage is ridiculously strong, right? It is only 1 time, so like it's basically whatever damage you do, you just deal it back like on top of it, like as a tap timey bonus, where Straw Hats would take that damage, double it, and then deal it, which is actually wild to think about. But now that we like have another unit that can do that, it works quite well. Now they're gonna give themselves a Wano slot, which is awesome, which obviously means they get the resistance. If you aren't utilizing another character to get that, but you like, which you pretty much can do, but with their super class, which actually now that I realize I forgot to read, you can get one always fairly easily. Their super class deals 100 times character's attack in non-type damage to all enemies, so great for wave clearing. And then changes the bottom row slots to top and bottom row to Wano, and the middle row slots to tandem. So pretty interesting to see if they do like a super tandem Oden character coming out in the future, possibly. All they need to do is give him the same special name as the one that is included in this particular character's information, and then that way you could use them together. But remember, if you are rocking Oden 6+ as your captain, and this is a friend captain, he makes tandem orbs Wano as well. So that's going to work quite nicely. So overall, very good character. Final taps, awesome. Great captain ability, great special ability. Intricate team building ideas with obviously the scabbers themselves over here, as well as utilizing Oden. But as for their Rumble kit, this is their Rumble kit. I have saved this to last, because Rumble obviously is probably the least important part of the actual character. At level 10, for their ability, they target, their special targets 2 enemies with high HP for defense down level 5, targets 1 enemy for attack times 2.5 up to 4 times, and if Oden is on the team, target slasher class teammates for attack up level 5, defense up level 5. So obviously with this particular setup, you're really going to rock a free spirit slasher strength team. There's a lot of very good units that you could do that. There's the what's the character called? What are they named? There's Kaku, the Pirate Festival rare recruit. There's also Law Pirate Festival rare recruit. You have Oden himself. You have Toki. You now have this particular unit. So you have a lot of options when it comes to strength free spirit or strength slasher. You have Straw Hat Crew as well there. They'll also work very, very good on this particular team. And it's a fairly good special, especially if you are utilizing Oden on the team as well. The ability gives slasher teammates HP up level 6, attack up level 6. So the ability, not that great, but that special is actually very, very good, and that's a lot of damage, especially if you stockpile that with Oden as well. So overall, the character is very, very good. I'm very, very excited for this particular unit. I think the animations are great. The moment is awesome. But this is a huge bait. Like, this is a huge bait fest. The banner runs until the 9th of December, which is very, very strange. And obviously we have 8.5 year anniversary right around the corner. And then we have stuff like New Year's, where this release on Japan, I think, says pre-part 1 8.5 SUGO Fest. Now, in the game as well, it does say something about a pre-8.5 SUGO Fest. So you can bet your bottom dollar that probably halfway through next month, we're going to be getting some like new character, and they're probably going to be really good for stuff like Grand Party. So I would highly recommend skipping this banner no matter what. Like, if you spend some money on the game and you want to do some summons, like, go for gold. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your stones, right? If you enjoy playing the game and you like summoning and you like playing all content and playing the game, go for gold with this unit. However, just remember, it's a normal SUGO. I would let this one come to you, just like Corazon in Law, just like Sengoku, all those characters that have come out, because there's bigger things coming, and if you're free to play, you really want as many gems as possible for those bigger thing banners, okay? So, like I said, it's up to you however you want to spend your gems. I'm not going to tell you not to summon, but if I would advise, for like 75% of the player base, even up to like 90% of the player base, really, don't summon on this. You really want to save your gems for the Super SUGO Fest. Whether that comes for 8.5 or whether that comes for New Year's, different story. But if you enjoy these types of videos, as I mentioned, belt the like button for me. If you are new to the channel, you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts and opinions of the unit in the comment section below. While you're down there, do all that good stuff, as I mentioned. Most importantly, wherever you are in this beautiful world, though, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!